And welcome to another Mark Bishop Show. Well, Accenture, they've launched the Black Founders Development Program to help Black technology entrepreneurs grow their businesses through greater access to venture capital, along with corporate mentorship and strategic connections. SwayBrand, it's a multicultural media technology platform that helps brands connect with diverse influencers. Well, it's just been named the first startup to receive investment through the program. It's exciting, and to discuss this exciting move in history, I have Kathryn Ross. She's the global lead Open Innovation and Black Founders Development Program for Accenture Ventures. And Horace Flournoy, he's the CEO and founder of SwayBrand. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, this program was created to address the funding gap for Black-owned businesses, and I would appreciate you telling my listeners more about the Black Founders Development Program, the latest statistics on Black-owned businesses, and why there is a need for greater investment from the venture capital community. I would appreciate that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We started the Black Founders Development Program because we saw a need in the marketplace. We saw that VC dollars, over the course of 2018 to 2020, only about 1% of that VC capital was going to Black founders, and the underrepresented community as a whole is light, if you will, in those VC dollars, women at 2.4% and Latinx at 2.0%. But we decided to focus on the Black founder with the expectation that we could impact other demographics as a part of it. Since that time when we kicked off, even though more dollars have been pledged, we did a recent research point of view to show that we have more people of color who are starting businesses today than ever before. Specifically African American and African American women. We've got more VC dollars pledged, but we're still at just less than 1%. And so there's a lot that needs to be done in the marketplace in order for us to change this. But we are very, very excited about our opportunity with SwayBrand and what we've been able to drive with them. What we've learned in the last year in terms of how Accenture can truly have an impact on our founders. And are blessed to have Horace here with us today to speak a little bit about his experience with the Black Founders Program and how we connect him to clients, how we infuse Accenture's thinking, ideas, understanding of what's happening in the technology marketplace and how that can impact the direction of his platform and capability, and truly how we partner together to be successful.
Yeah, well, as you say, Kathryn, only 1% of venture capital funding went to Black-owned startups back in 2020. And Black non-employer businesses, but it increased by 64% between 2007 and 2017, so it just goes to show you. And 20% of the Black population were in the process of starting or running a business. And this is between 2014 and 18. So let me ask you, why did you invest in SwayBrand? What potential then did you see with this company?
There is a huge potential in the marketplace. When you think about, number one, the diversity of the world, and how do you get authentic content, if you will, to our clients who are looking for an opportunity to market, to sell, to develop and produce products that speak to different demographics. And we really saw the gem in the idea and the platform that Horace brought to us in SwayBrand in its opportunity to start creating those connections. We truly see it as a new data stream. We see it as a new opportunity in an untapped marketplace, $1 billion marketplace.
Wow.
And so that's why we were looking at SwayBrand, and we believe it's the tip of the iceberg, in our ability to actually start really thinking about creating new and innovative technologies and technology capabilities that we can take to clients together.
Horace, let me ask you, with a name like SwayBrand, I mean, and, the inference is you're going to sway me into something, but tell us about your business. What this investment means for your future success and your staff, for that matter.
Well, certainly, and the Black Founders Development Program within Accenture Ventures and Project Spotlight is number one, a need for capital, and not just access to capital, Mark. I think it is capital. And for a startup, any startup, capital, whether invested or earned in revenue, really is the lifeblood to get that company to the next stage and the next level. And Accenture, with this program, is being very intentional on providing that access and then actual capital into our company. And so we're pleased and we couldn't be more excited to receive the capital because that's what's going to help us forge ahead and get to the next level within our businesses, and especially being a capital intensive company, tech company and software driven startup. But the other big opportunity for us within the Accenture ecosystem is to really almost immediately get opportunities to sell in our software and platform. And what I think, I'd say our ethos to the Accenture existing customers. And so we do see that there is a rather large opportunity to help brands, like Kathy said, get a little more intelligent. We call it cultural intelligence as it relates to how they market to end diverse communities. And I think that 71% of Blacks think that brands don't do a good enough job of representing people that are similar to their community. Whereas the rest of the population, I believe, is only 45%. And so I think there's this rising need and desire from African Americans, from Hispanics, from Asians to make sure that their population, their communities are represented. And we could see, the results have been tremendous. You look at Netflix and you look at the Squid Games and how that, what that did for the entire country in Korea and South Korea. And so, pretty phenomenal what's happening here with globalization and the proliferation of the internet, and then this thing called social media right now. And so our company is really excited to partner with Accenture to help increase that cultural intelligence, increase the throughput of diversity-driven content that at the end of the day can reach and connect to these end target audiences that are intercultural a little bit better.
Interesting. All right. Well, I've got to go to swaybrand.com then, correct? To really have a good read.
That's right.
Okay. In the last minute or so that we've got left, it's interesting to notice that, 20% of the Black population were in the process of starting or running a business. And this is between 2014-18, compared only with 12.9% of the U.S. Hispanic, Latino, and 12.2% of the white population. Because when we look back at it, Kathryn's saying she's right, only 19 only of the 1,800 Fortune 500 CEOs have been Black companies. Now, we are celebrating Black History Month this month. So why is it important in closing to raise awareness, do you think, about the inequities and challenges the Black entrepreneurs still face? And I will ask that, for two different perspectives.
So I think that, first and foremost, Black History Month is meant to raise awareness, number one, of our history, but also of the successes, not just the challenges, but the successes that we've been able to drive in the marketplace. Mm-hmm. Why this is so important is that, when we did this research, when we kicked off the Black Founders Development Program, as I mentioned, less than 1% of VC dollars were heading to that community. Mm-hmm. A year and a half later, billions of dollars have been pledged, right, to Black founders at all levels, right, from later stage companies to early stage companies. And, truth be told, our recent research shows that we're still at less than 1%, even with the increase in the number of founders of African American founders who are creating businesses in the marketplace. So there is a very slow moving beast to sort of shift the ship, if you will, or to shift the dial and to start moving things. in the right direction. There's a lot of activity and effort that's necessary from VCs, from founders, from everybody in between, from corporate venture capital to make this a reality. And sometimes we have to start thinking outside of the box in order to be able to do this. That if we follow the same path that we did in the past for how VC dollars flowed, that things will change. I think we're showing that, maybe we need to throw some seismic shifts in there, some different thinking, out of the box thinking. And we're starting to see some of those manifest in the marketplace.
Right.
But this is the month really to sort of highlight both the successes as well as the challenges of moving things forward. I believe the awareness is there. I believe the desire to make a change is there. It's the how, and people are figuring that out. We took our time from an Accenture standpoint to really understand how could we help the Sway brands of the world, and we've gotten our foundation in place and are accelerating in doing that. And I think others are doing the same. It takes time, but I think there's even more that we can do.
Kathryn Ross, ladies and gentlemen, with her very special guest, Horace Flournoy, who is the CEO of Sway Brand. And Kathryn is the global lead for Open Innovation and Black Founders Development Program. This is Accenture Ventures. All right, so you can go to www.accenture.com/US and Insights. I mean, do you want to give this out, Kathryn? It's a hell of a long
Sure.
thing.
I think the easiest... I know, isn't it, though? It's easier just to go to Accenture.com and search for Black Founders Development Program. You'll be able to find out about our program. But please also check out Sway Brand. So go to www.swaybrand.com or check them out on Instagram at #SwayBrand.
Fabulous. Thank you indeed to both of you. And good luck there, Horace. All the very best in the world to you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Kathy.